The moment you stop chasing her is the moment everything starts to change. Not because of games, not because of tactics, but because something shifts inside you and she feels it. If this truth speaks to you, consider subscribing. More like this is coming, calm, real, grounded. Now let's begin. There is something most men never learn. Not because it's hidden in books and not because it's complicated, but because no one ever sat them down and told them the truth about women, about attraction, and what actually moves a woman's heart. Most men were taught to perform, smile more, say the right things, buy the right things, be available, be easy. And what happened? She lost interest. She pulled away. She became distant. And the man is left standing there, confused, looking at something he worked hard to build, now falling apart. That confusion is not weakness. It's what happens when you are given the wrong map. Today, we fix that. Not with tricks, not with manipulation, but with truth. Because the first thing you need to understand is this: attraction is not fully about her. It starts with you, who you are when no one is watching, how you carry yourself when you have nothing to prove. A man who knows himself doesn't need to read signs. He creates them. But since you're here, let's talk about what she is showing you, what she has always been showing you, what you may have seen but never understood. Not on purpose, not as a game, it's just natural. She goes quiet, she takes longer to reply, she creates small distance. And most men panic, they text again, they ask if everything is okay, they try to fill the silence. But she didn't want noise, she was watching. She was watching to see if you stay steady or if you collapse when things feel uncertain. Because life will be uncertain. Relationships will have silence. Things will not always be clear. And if you can't stay calm for one day of silence, how will you handle real problems? She is not trying to hurt you. She just wants to feel that you are strong, stable, grounded. When you stop chasing the silence, when you go back to your own life, your work, your peace, something changes inside her. Not a thought, a feeling. He is complete without me. He wants me, but he does not need me. That changes everything. Need feels like desperation. Want feels like power. And she feels the difference before you even speak. Not big dramatic moments, small things. She tells you what she ate. She sends you a song, a quote, a random thought late at night. Most men ignore this. They reply with one word. They miss the moment completely. But she is not just sending you content. She is opening a door. Women don't share small things with people they don't care about. The small things are the real things. Her morning coffee, a childhood memory, a movie that made her emotional. These are not random. She chose you for those moments. She placed them in your hands and watched what you would do. Did you notice them or did you let them pass? A man who remembers small things is a man who is paying attention. And a woman who feels seen does not walk away easily. Presence is powerful. Not money, not looks, not status. Presence. Being fully there when she speaks. Connecting what she said last week to what she says today. That is rare. And she knows it. Not scared, not anxious, just a quiet, soft nervousness. She adjusts her posture. She thinks more about her words. She laughs a little longer or goes quiet for a moment. This is not acting. This is real. We only feel this way around people who matter to us. She feels that around you. Because of you. She may not say it, she may act completely calm, but the body does not lie. A man who understands this does not rush. He does not push for answers. He stays calm, steady, unbothered. Because certainty is attractive, and patience is power. Don't ask her what she feels. Give her space to feel it. There is a difference, not big achievements, small quiet details. You mentioned your grandfather once. She brings it up weeks later. You said you like a certain type of music. She plays it when you meet again. She is not just hearing you. She is listening. Hearing is passive. Listening is intentional. She is choosing to remember you. She is building a picture of who you are from details most people ignore. This is emotional connection before anything physical. When a woman remembers your words, she is saying something without saying it. You matter to me. Receive that calmly, not with excitement that turns into neediness, with quiet confidence, like a man who already knows he is worth remembering. Not obvious reasons, quiet small reasons. She happens to be nearby. She asks you something she could have asked someone else. She keeps conversations going longer than needed. She is creating closeness. Because sometimes the body says what the mouth cannot say yet. This is natural. This is human. She moves closer in small ways, in safe ways, in ways that still give her an exit if she needs it. Because being vulnerable is not easy, even for confident people. Wanting to be close to someone without knowing if they feel the same, that's a very exposed feeling. And she is carrying that for you. Now, how you respond matters. Do you rush in too fast? Do you force her to explain her feelings? Or do you allow the moment? Do you welcome the closeness without grabbing it? A man who can stay calm in closeness without turning it into pressure is a man she begins to trust. And trust is everything. Not attraction, not chemistry, trust. Attraction fades, chemistry changes, but trust grows stronger over time. When people talk about you, even in a casual or joking way, like something in her reacts, she defends you. Not loudly, not dramatically, but calmly, firmly. She corrects people. She doesn't let others speak carelessly about you. We don't protect what we don't value. We don't defend what we don't care about. If she speaks up for you when you are not there, she has already made a decision about you. You are someone worth protecting. And if you ever find out she did this, don't ignore it. It costs something to defend someone. Comfort, social ease, the easy option of staying silent. She chose not to stay silent for you. Now let's go deeper, because these 6 signs are not the end. They are just the beginning. The real question is, who do you need to become to attract this and to keep it? Most men want a quality woman. Very few are willing to become a quality man first. Not in money, not in status, but inside. A man who has faced his fears and is still standing. A man who has sat with his pain instead of running from it. A man who knows what he wants and moves toward it with quiet discipline. That man creates these reactions in a woman. That man is the one she remembers, the one she feels nervous around, the one she protects, the one she finds reasons to be close to. And here is the truth most people won't say. You cannot fake that man. You cannot act like him. You cannot perform him. You have to build him. Slowly, honestly, sometimes painfully. That is the real work. Not lines, not tactics, not scripts. The real work is becoming someone who does not need those things. A man whose presence speaks for him. A man whose calmness shows his strength. A man whose consistency builds trust without saying a word. Most men were taught to achieve, to earn, to look successful, but no one taught them this. Your relationship with yourself becomes the base for every relationship you have. If you don't trust yourself, you will keep testing her again and again until she gets tired. If you haven't healed your past, it will show up in your relationships in ways you don't even understand. Everything starts inside, not in the gym, not in your money, inside, in the quiet moments when no one is watching, when you are not trying to impress anyone. Who are you then? Because that version of you is the real version she will meet. Not the perfect version, not the prepared version, the real one. And if you are not at peace with that version, it will slowly destroy what you build. So make peace with yourself. Be honest about your weaknesses, not to feel bad, but to start fixing them with intention, because you are your most important project. Everything else depends on that. Your career means nothing if you feel empty inside. Your relationship means nothing if you don't know who you are without her. This is where self-respect comes in. Not the kind of confidence that depends on outside wins. Not the kind that only shows up when life is going well. Real self-respect, the kind that stays with you even on quiet days, even on hard days, even when no one is praising you. It is the kind that says, my time matters, my growth matters, my peace matters, not because a woman noticed you, not because the world approved of you, but because you decided that you are worth your own effort. That kind of self-respect can be felt. A woman feels it before she can explain it. She is drawn to it for the same reason people move toward warmth in a cold room. Not because it is loud, not because it is arrogant, but because it is rare. Most men are waiting for permission to feel valuable. They wait for her to choose them so they can finally feel chosen. That is the wrong order. It has always been the wrong order. You choose your worth first. You live from that truth every day. And the right woman responds to the energy you are already carrying. A full man does not love from desperation. He gives from abundance. That abundance comes from the inner work most men avoid. The silent work, the uncomfortable work, the honest work. And the truth is, she does not need a perfect man. She needs a real one. A man who can admit where he is weak. A man who can face his flaws without hiding them. A man who does not dump his pain onto her. A man who can honestly say, I am still growing, and mean it. That honesty is attractive, not because women want broken men, but because they want truthful men. And as you become that man, life starts to respond differently. Your conversations change, people feel your presence, respect comes more naturally. Not because you demanded it, but because you began carrying yourself like a man who respects himself. And the woman who is right for you, the one who notices the small things, the one who gets nervous around you, the one who protects your name, she does not come into your life as a prize. She comes as a natural result of the man you are becoming. Do not rush that. Good things do not come to men who rush. Good things come to men who build. Men who stay steady. Men who stay disciplined. Men who keep going even when they do not see results right away. That kind of consistency is a form of faith. Faith in the process, faith in your own growth, faith in who you are becoming even before the world confirms it. Hold on to that faith. Feed it every day with small, disciplined actions. The kind of actions nobody sees, but you always feel. A man who takes care of his inner life with the same seriousness he gives to his goals on the outside becomes different. Not perfect, not imaginary, not some fantasy version of a man. Real, grounded, clear, present, purposeful. A man who knows why he wakes up. A man who knows what he stands for. A man who moves through life with quiet strength because he has done the private work that public success is built on. That is the man you are becoming, if you choose it, if you stay with the process, if you do not quit the moment it gets uncomfortable, if you stop running, if you stop performing, if you stop waiting for someone else to give you permission to become who you already know you can be, then everything begins to change. Because that man is already inside you. He has always been there. He does not need to be invented. He needs to be uncovered. And that starts with a decision, a quiet, honest decision you make with yourself. I will become the man I am capable of being. Not for her first, for me first. And when that becomes real, everything else starts to follow. That is the message. That is the whole message. Sit with it. Let it sink in. Let it do its work inside you. And if this spoke to something real in you, subscribe. More is coming. Same tone, same truth, same commitment to speaking to men like the serious, capable human beings they are. Thank you for being here. Now go build. If you want, I can now turn this into one fully merged, clean final script with no continue breaks.